Welcome to week 5 of high school football on the REV Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche. I'll be joined by Coach Swack in a minute. Tonight, homecoming night at the Pit in Santa Maria. Tonight's game between the Jefferson Rise Charter Blazers and the Santa Maria Gators. And right now, we're going to throw it down to the field to the third member of our broadcast team, Jolie Hartman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pit as Santa Maria High is celebrating homecoming night as they are facing off Jefferson Rise. Tonight we have so many exciting stuff for you planned. We're going to interview the homecoming maids, interview last year's homecoming queen, Claire Norris, and then Santa Maria High is going to crown their new queen tonight at halftime. And then after halftime, we're going to talk to the student section leaders, the Pit crew, and then talk to Booster Club President, Mr. James LeBlanc, about next week, because Santa Maria and EA Week is next week. And then we're going to end tonight with talking to Coach O, head football coach, right here on REV Game of the Week. Back up to you guys.
REV Business started small in 1935. We built our reputation by providing hometown service with Louisiana hustle. For nearly 90 years, we've expanded across our great state, through the swamps and across the Mississippi, bringing fiber optics from the capital to the North Shore, all to connect your business with the world. REV is about big business technology with small business personal service.
For a limited time, get up to $300 off business services. Call or visit us today at letsrev.biz.
The best way to recruit for at-home tailgating is Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, briskets, steak, and boudin. All of the 5 stars are at Chris's Specialty Foods. Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Earn your high school diploma and an associate's degree in biological science or humanities in less time. Get acclimated to college coursework and expectations, giving you a 2-year head start on your peers. In fact, 86% of early college option students earn both a high school diploma and associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. And ECO students achieve an average ACT score of 24. You can enjoy a smaller learning environment that fosters collaborative learning, yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today. Enroll for next year and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
Welcome back to the REV Game of the Week, Week 5 Homecoming Edition. Jefferson Rise versus Santa Maria. And we're going to go to the field as the homecoming court will be introduced, and then we'll get a performance by Joey Nasser and the Santa Maria Band. So we'll throw it to the field right now.
Miss Paisley Brissett Wynn. Miss Lexi Brignac. Miss Sarah Faulkner. Miss Gracie Fontenot. Miss Carson Guidry. Miss Ronnia Hillary. Miss Asia Beverly Jackson. Miss Alexis Jones. Miss Janaya Knockham, Miss Brian Lambert, Miss Jordan Lobel, Miss Grace Reynolds, Miss Penguin Ross, Miss Sammy Sheets, Miss Katie Williamson, and Miss Mary Beth Zeller. Give it up one more time for your 2023 homecoming maids. Stick around for halftime where we will announce our maids again and announce the homecoming queen. You're also in luck for a special pregame performance by the Seminole High School Marching Band. They will perform the first movements of their show into thin air. Drum makers, are you ready? Seminole Band, the field is yours.
There are men for whom the unattainable has a special attraction. Usually, they're not experts. Their ambition and fantasies are strong enough to brush aside the doubts which more cautious men might have. Determination and faith are their strongest weapons. At best, such men are regarded as eccentric. At worst, mad. Everest Base Camp, 17,600 Camp 1, 24,500 feet. 29,082 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for your 2023 Sandoval High School marching band.
And a great performance by Joey Nasser and the Sandoval Marching Band. The Gators will be heading out of the tunnel shortly. Jefferson Rise is in the far end zone on the right side going through their warm-ups. They arrived about 6:30 tonight, and so they're just starting to go through their warm-up drills and everything. As you see them right there, the visiting team coming from Jefferson Parish, the Jefferson Rise Charter Blazers. They are located in Harvey off of Lapalco on the West Bank in suburban New Orleans. This is their third year playing high school football. Last year they were 0-9. The year before that they were 0-3. And you see right now they've won a couple of games. So they have 2 wins this season. So they're improving, Coach Swack.
Well, you know, and those are one of the big questions that every coach has to answer at the end of the season. Did I improve? And not from week 1 to week 10. You know, I'm talking about each and every week. You know, they have a fairly, you know, for a AA school, they have a nice sized group of kids. I'm sure a lot of them play both ways. I'm sure, you know, maybe there's a question of, you know, if a kid's going to be there from one year to the other, but it seems like that they're getting things going. Coach Mackey's in his 3rd year. I know they've just won a couple of games, but it is interesting to see. And I think now that they're in a AA schedule, and I just looked at the teams that are in their district, it's a strong possibility they could just keep getting better and better. And, you know, you win 2 or 3 more games, it's a good shot that you're going to be in the playoffs.
Yes, this is a rise up in competition, no pun intended for Jefferson Rise, as they're going to play a 5A team from that 2A level. So, you know, that's always a challenge, and they've got a lot of two-way players. They don't have a huge roster. So endurance and just manpower is going to be the big difference possibly here tonight, as, you know, Sandoval is going to have about 80, 90 people on their roster. As you see the homecoming court right there, and we're going to show you some pictures of them shortly. The band is lined up on the far side, getting ready for the fight song as the Gators will head out of the tunnel in just a moment. Still don't see them through the tunnel yet, so, okay, now I see some of the coaches and some of the athletic training staff coming through, and so we're almost ready for that. Now, as far as homecoming goes, we mentioned it's homecoming night tonight, and the homecoming queen will be crowned at halftime. But when we look at all time, this is homecoming number 46, and they're 38-7 overall, an outstanding record, and they're trying to get their 9th straight and 14 out of 15, Coach.
And nice record. And look, you know, everybody I'm not real certain if everybody wants you to win the homecoming game, but I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot of people here. You get to see all the girls that are in the homecoming, involved in the homecoming. You have the band highly involved in everything. The cheerleaders, I think every cheerleader is cheering. So it is a school function. And I'm going to tell you, as Jolie will tell you, all week long, it's been a lot of fun for the students. And most importantly, believe it or not, it's been a lot of fun for the teachers too. So it's a great week for the kids. And so winning the game, and, you look at that record, 38-7, is very impressive. But winning that game is also very, very important because you know what happens next week, Jeff? District, and I'm going to tell you what, that is crucial because each and every week, I think it's going to be almost a flip of a coin of who's going to win games because you got the Ascension schools, and here come the Gators right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of balance in the district, as you were probably alluding to right there, as you see the Santa Maria Gators heading out of the tunnel, and the band playing on the far left corner as Santa Maria gets ready for their homecoming game against Jefferson Rise Charter. Looks like we'll possibly be starting on time. We were not sure if Jefferson Rise needed some time to get ready, but they were going through their warm-up drills while the band was playing. So we expect to start pretty soon in the performance of the national anthem. As you see on the bottom of your screen,
Jeff,
at midfield, the JROTC color guard getting ready to come out.
You know what's really massive here?
What's that?
It's to watch. You got 100 football players and ton of coaches, trainers, and everything. That looks all organized. You look at Joey Nasser. That looks seriously organized over there. It's amazing when you have that many kids and how good a job everything's done.
And remaining standing for the presentation of the colors and then the playing of our national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for all you have done, and thank you for allowing us to gather at the pit tonight as we cheer on our teams. Thank you for blessing our players with the abilities and gifts to play. We ask that you bless the game and those who have gathered here tonight. Please bless the players with great sportsmanship on and off the field. May you be with them as they travel home safely and keep them free of injuries and distress. It is in your name we pray and pray. Amen.
Today's colors are being presented by the Santa Maria High School Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Santa Maria Color Guard members are National Flag, Cadet Joe Waterman. State Flag, Cadet Grant Wells. Right Rifleman, Cadet Stephen Smith. Left Rifleman, Cadet Niall Yoki.
After the performance by Joey Nasser and the Santa Maria Band and JROTC Color Guard, we will get to the coin toss in just a moment. As first, we're going to look at the District 5-5A records. And Santa Maria, you see, leading the district with an unbeaten record with a chance to go 5-0 going into district play. East Ascension at the bottom, they won last night, and they're going to be on the rise. And, of course, those two teams meet next week.
Yeah, from what I see, Jeff, I think Live Oak is kind of the weak link in the district.
Yeah.
I think East Ascension, they fooling everybody.
Right.
Just any night they could be exceptional. When you look at Santa Maria, talk about a little weaker schedule. Well, a little tougher last week with Opelousas, so that gives you a positive thought, on the Gators. So it's going to be interesting because I just believe Walker, from what I saw last night, they were on TV. They are pretty good, but they didn't play a very strong team in Bel Air.
Right.
So I just believe that each and every week, anybody's going to be able to beat anybody.
Yeah, it's going to be good. As you see the captains heading out onto the field for the Gators. And before we do that, you got a list of the color guard for the JROTC.
Well, like always, the ROTC does an outstanding job, loaning out there the color guard. You had Gerald Waterman, the national flag, the state flag cadet Grant Wells, right rifleman Stephen Smith, and left rifleman now Yoki.
So you see the two teams meeting at midfield, and we're going to get to the coin toss, and we'll figure out who's going to kick and receive in just a moment. Want to bring up during this coin toss the game last year, the homecoming game, week 5 for Santa Maria was against Helen Cox. But in case you did not know or follow what goes on in high schools around the state, Jefferson Parish shut down 2 high schools over the summer, and one of them was Helen Cox, the other one was Grace King, and so they were kind of swallowed up and consolidated with some other high schools. And so that's why Santa Maria has a new homecoming opponent this week, and a lot of thanks to Jefferson Rise for showing up here tonight and helping out Santa Maria.
And, most of all important there, Jeff, is you playing. And I know you have the situation at Dutchtown.
Right.
And, I'm sure Guy has been busting his tail trying to figure out where can we get a game. And, probably the easiest thing for somebody to say, oh, Dutchtown? No, we don't want to play them.
Right.
And you don't have many opportunities there to get a game with somebody else. So next week, they'll start district and they'll be back in the mix.
And so it looks like Santa Maria has won the toss, and they're going to give the ball to Jefferson Rise to start the game. And so Santa Maria will start the game on defense. So what we're going to do right now is, with this opportunity, take a look at the offensive starters for Jefferson Rise. So the starters tonight for the Blazers, at quarterback number 13, Kiefer Sanderson, and then at running back, Jalen Jackson, number 8, wide receiver Marcus Coleman, 0, Lamar Montross, number 11, Dontavius Pierce, number 4, and number 2, Devontae Harden. And the offensive line, the tackle Will Smith, guard Brennan Moses, center Cody Encardes, guard Yosiel Vargas, and Taya Mahoney. And looks like we got a moment before the kickoff, so if you want to go over to Coach, and he can tell you about the Santa Maria starting defense that'll be on the field here tonight.
Well, starting defense for the Gators, and, boy, they're really doing a good job. That group right there, 95, 90, and 86, Jai Joseph, Cohen Rock, and Carmen Hill do an outstanding job. But the most important thing is that behind them, Braxton Trabo, Anthony Salazaro, and Damon Smith, the inside and outside backers, outstanding in leading the team in tackling. Then in the secondary, you have Thomas Leonard, Caleb Ricks, Bryson Spick, Lane Swanson, and Ja'Cory Sanders, with 5 interceptions total in the secondary.
So a good defense and a good offense, and Santa Maria looking on homecoming night to start the regular season, non-district schedule 5-0, and that would be huge for the Gators. As you may recall, last year they were a playoff team, but they kind of had to sweat it out in Week 10. If Santa Maria can get to 5-0 tonight, they have a better path, I guess we could say, or an easier path to the postseason, depending on how they do in district play.
Well, there's no doubt. That's your goal right there, and it's going to start with this guy right here that's kicking off, that's going to be on the field on a lot of plays because he's on about most of the special teams as a punter, extra point / field goal guy, and as a kickoff guy. And there's somebody right there that is very valuable to this team. And Jaro. And Jaro right there has missed only one extra point on the year and one field goal on the year.
So they will kick off to Jefferson Rise. And looks like Dontavius Pierce, one of the deep backs for them, as we are ready for action. And there's the opening kickoff. And it's going to go through the end zone. That's an advantage to have, where you don't have to worry about the return in a long play to start this game, Coach.
And I've gotten to do the last 3 or 4 Santa Maria games, and this is something that it looks to me being a little bit more consistent there for Jaro as far as getting the ball closer and closer to that goal line and there going in. Nobody wants, because it's so hard to work full speed kickoff team and punt return and punt block and all that.
So to start out, we see Jalen Jackson in the backfield with Kiefer Sanderson at quarterback, and they're going to run kind of a spread offense, 2 receivers left, 2 right. 1st and 10 for Rise, and there's the handoff, and it looks like Trabo is right there in his spot to meet him, and it's going to be second down.
So Trabo's playing the defensive end / outside linebacker. If we see the replay right here, you will look that no one blocks Trabo. He's standing right there on the outside by himself. Guy running back runs straight to him, and as no one accounts for Trabo and does a good job on the solo block.
So now on the right hash, you got 3 receivers left, taking advantage of the far side of the field. Shotgun snap, looking in that direction, now under pressure, and he's going to tuck it and slide at the 20. And then there's a late shot by number 44, Thomas Leonard, no flag, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, quarterback does exactly what he should, because he's probably going to be playing defense and no telling what involved is going to be in the kicking game. And he gets back a little bit of yardage, 2 or 3 yards on there, and then you end up with a 3rd and 10 situation.
Right. And Jai Joseph, number 95, was also in on that tackle. So you see a good shot of Sanderson right there. Great sideline cam work. And under pressure, rolls out, and he's going down for the sack, number 25, with the sack for Santa Maria, M.J. Dunn, sophomore DB.
M.J. Dunn on the play for the Gators.
Came in unexpectedly, a sophomore, not too deep on the depth chart, but making a big impact right there, Coach.
Yeah, and this is what I like. And, it's not 100%, but this is the kind of way I coach. He's a right-handed quarterback. When he scrambles, he's going to go to the right side most of the time. He doesn't, he scrambled the left side on the play before and could not throw the ball and just went down.
And pressure, and it's picked up by a Rise player.
Well, it's not picked up.
Well, it's actually caught in the air.
Caught in the air, so the ball's downed on the 10-yard line. The white hat has it.
Yeah, the white hat has him down at the 10.
I've been doing it 40-something years. I've never seen that, I don't believe.
I haven't either. As Santa Maria's offense will go onto the field, and we're going to get through their offense very quickly right here, the offensive starters for the Gators. And they're led by Chase Kelly at quarterback. And you see Kyron Kraft, Timothy Johnson, Brody Kernan, Jermichael Million, Easton Jaro at receiver. And the offensive line, Jet Lemoyne, Seth Guidry, Cooper Cheatwood, Elijah Thornton, and Dominic Vizzini And it's 1st and 10 for the Gators, and they're going to put it at the 25. And there's a quarterback keeper, makes a nice cut and gets a first down. And with a 1st and 10, we're going to go to the Jefferson Rise defense with the coach.
Well, defensive line, let's see what we have. We got Kyle Robinson, Joshua Ransom, Will Smith, Javon Marco, Jordan Allen, Cole Kaiser, Gene Cham, Tyreek Roduk, Cameron Roby, Eldridge Kennedy, and Tremaine Scott.
And you see the handoff right up the middle. Kyron Kraft gets first down yardage, I believe. No, he's going to say 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
Nice trap block right there. The sniffer back, number 47, Carson Sheets, outstanding job with the kick-out block.
And on the 3rd play of this drive, Kraft gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
So, Jeff, the left side of your defensive end, Jet Lemoyne and Seth Guidry, probably Cooper Cheatwood filling, and you have 2 people pulling, and you have 47 also. We talked about Carson Sheets. Nice job right there of caving down the defensive tackle, and you get a kick out by the guard, and 47 Sheets leading up in the hole.
And the swinging gate is a successful 2-point conversion by Kyron Kraft. So it's 8-0 Santa Maria, 8:49 left in the first. As we see the replay of the conversion, as you see, good blocking, and it's good. And with 8-0 here in the first, we'll take a break. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
8-0 Santa Maria leads Jefferson Rise Charter. 8:49 left to go in the first. As you see, Jaro getting ready to kick off for Santa Maria, and it's the same guys back deep to receive.
And not going to move back anymore. If I'm one of those guys, I would really like to catch the ball. There he is at the 10 on the return.
Yep. So he was able to get to a line drive, go straight to him, and he gets to the 30. So that's a better field position returned by Dontavius Pierce. But it's a great start for Santa Maria as you watch the replay. You had the 3-and-out with a sack, and then you had the poor punt, and then 3-play drive leads to a touchdown for Santa Maria.
And Jeff, how good Coach Seth Babin, offensive coordinator, running that ball to the left. And you say, well, the first play, the quarterback kept it to the right. It was just a zone read.
Yeah.
And the defensive end came down, and nice read there by the Chase Kelly, the quarterback, and able to pick up 10 yards real quick.
And so second drive for Jefferson Rise. And a pass downfield. Caught after the deflection. Close to a first down. A flag is down. But that's a good concentration. A good job by the Santa Maria DB, as maybe we can see on the replay.
Another flag, then another flag comes in.
So the contact was made by Ja'Cory Sanders with the ball. May have called pass interference as well.
I think that right hand might have been grabbing the ball, but Ja'Cory Sanders also did with the near hand, knock the ball down. Just needs to keep hands off there. And then I think you got some personal foul penalties there. You see the 4 officials meeting there to see just exactly what we have. Because 2 of those things might be dead ball.
Right, but they're probably offsetting.
Yeah, but if you have a dead ball in there and then you have the penalty, you might offset something, then run it back 15 yards.
Perhaps. So we go to the white hat, and he's going to sort it out for us. But it looks like they're still going to discuss it. Still early in the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Jolie Hartman's going to introduce us to the homecoming court, so stay tuned for that. We're going to see them, and then, of course, they're going to be introduced at halftime and presented. So we see the offsetting penalties, and so it's going to be a penalty against another penalty against Rise. So they're going to assess that the second personal foul, like you said. So good observation there, Coach. Or look like they were now. Let's see.
I'm glad you said that because I'm thinking about becoming a professional referee.
You might be good at it if you ever tried it.
I can't run, though.
Mm-hmm. If only you had tried it at some point in your career, correct?
Well, I think everybody's tried it from the stands before, and it doesn't work there. That's definite for sure.
So where were you better doing it from, as a sideline as a coach or on the field as an actual official?
I am proud to say my first year we won the outstanding sportsmanship trophy of the Baton Rouge area.
Wow.
And that it had to include the coaches, too. So they did a good job, and, of course, the kids were outstanding.
So they're going to assess the personal foul. Like you said, you had a couple of penalties, and then those offset, and then you added the other one. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the 30. So it's 1st and 25.
There you go. All right, Coach McKay.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout right here.
And he just going to, I don't think he wants to talk to the officials. I think he wants to talk to his players, say, look, we just had a first down, and now it's still a first down, but it's 1st and 25.
Yeah, and that's not a good way to start. But why don't we talk about last week's schedule and talk about the games that happened last week. Of course, you had the big win by Santa Maria over Opelousas, 28-22. Game where I was last week was at East Ascension. Ash beat them with a late comeback, 21-14. You see Dutchtown with the open date. Denham beat Franklinton big. Walker with a nice victory over Kentwood. And then the St. Helena versus Live Oak game was canceled.
And Denham Springs, I have a feeling that they may be a little bit of a sleeper because I just think they're going to come on strong. I was impressed with Walker.
Yeah.
Here they are beating Kentwood, a smaller school, but very talented players. And East Ascension, last night they went down to De La Salle, and a lot of mistakes by De La Salle, a lot of injuries, and it looked like East Ascension with their backup quarterback, Gotro, really doing an excellent job in the game. I was highly impressed with him. From what I could tell over the radio and all the things that he did, but he threw the ball well, and it looked like they got the ball down up and down the field and scored when they needed to score, and scored numerous touchdowns.
And we're ready for action again, as you see a great shot of Kiefer Sanderson right there. 1st and 25 for Jefferson Rise out of that spread. And looking right all the way, but it's not going to get that pass off. And that's a big sack. And looks like number 90, Cohen Rock, with the sack, Coach.
Well, I said this in the introduction, that the Gator front three, sometimes it's a front four, the Gator front three with Rock, Joseph, and Hill are making a lot of the tackles. And when they do happen to get through those 3 or 4 guys, the linebackers are mopping up. Secondaries are not having to make a lot of tackles. They're defending against the pass.
And now it's 2nd and very long, and it's going to be 3rd and longer, as I don't think they get back to the line of scrimmage. You can't even name the tackler in that play.
You can't name him, but this is what you do as a coach. Look at 11 guys in the black uniforms, the Gators. Look at all of them going to the ball right there, which is exactly what you want to teach is pursuit to that ball, because somebody may pop out of there or a ball may pop out of there. So outstanding job right there as far as tackling for no gain and getting to the football.
Let's see what play they have dialed up for 3rd and 33. They're going to go deep, and it's underthrown by about 10 yards. They were trying to get to Dontavius Pierce, the wide receiver, but he had blanket coverage. So 4th and long, a nice stop again by the Gators.
Well, and, the coach has got to – coach has got to be concerned because you know what's fixing to happen here, Jeff?
What's that? They're going to get great field position again, that's for sure.
Punt team.
Yep.
And
you saw a short punt last time.
Short punt. And well, the Gators do a good job, not on the rush, trying to get a return in.
Yeah, that's a little better as fair catch is called by Lane Swanson.
Defensive back. When those guys that are catching the punts catch it in the air, I don't care if they return it. But you get on this turf field and that ball starts bouncing, not in your favor, it's hard enough to get 3 yards, and every once in a while 5 or 6 yards. So good job there by Swanson on that fair catch.
So far this is Santa Ma's worst field position of the night, Coach, the 36-yard line. So they've had outstanding field position on their first 2 drives. They started the first one at about the 25.
And the first drive, I think, went 4 plays?
3. Even shorter than that. 3 runs. 1 by the quarterback and then 2 by Kraft. Kraft got into the end zone and he made the 2-point conversion.
One of the referees forgot his flag down there. It must have slipped out of his pocket.
False start is the call against the Blazers.
You got
spread
offense here.
So the public address just informed us that the flag that was back there was for a delay, I believe, against Rise, and so that is going to be declined, and they're going to take the ball right.
Good job, Coach Oliver.
And there's a new back on a play fake in the pass. Ooh, dropped. That was Jaro who had the little slant inside on the seam and just missed it right there.
Well, they're going right down that hash, a little play action pass. And it's man-to-man. Good job. You see the free safety step that way. Jaro running down the hash mark right there, and Chase maybe a step underthrown.
Yeah, they may have made contact with it before it got to him. That was a tough catch for Trabo.
But right throw, and very, very close.
So in the backfield, you have Tyree Williams right now. And there's a pass, a little fade, overthrown, and they're going to Jermichael Million right there. And so you had 2 close calls on the deep passes, but both going incomplete.
Well, everything is man-to-man. Everybody's got a man. You could probably, you could probably do a lot of things you want to. I know they're trying to get that passing game down as well as they possibly can.
So now Kelly on 3rd down, and I think they just got 5 free ones right there on the hard count. So 5-yard penalty on the way. So 3rd and 5 is much more manageable, and now the running game can be utilized right here possibly. Like I said, Tyree Williams, the backup, in on this series for the Gators.
Well, they have some talented running backs.
And that's Williams, and he's got a first down. No, it's actually an option keeper. I fooled me. Kelly's did a good job on the read and got the first down, Coach.
I'm just telling you, you got the cameraman fooled. You got the people fooled. You saw number 8, 9, the defensive end. You saw him come in. It's stealing.
That's a sign of a good quarterback on that option read, huh?
If Kelly keeps doing this, they may arrest him. They may arrest him. Outstanding job right there.
Down to the 14, 1st and 10 for the Gators, assisted by the offsides penalty. Kelly gets the first down. And now fade to the end zone, up for grabs. And it's a touchdown caught by Caven Taylor, number 1. Nice catch, Coach.
Good job right there. The protection's been outstanding. Take a couple of steps back, get it out there. Get it up as high as possible.
Yeah.
Let the receiver get up there and get after it. Nice pitching catch.
Pierce had good coverage on him. He had the man coverage on him, but it was just thrown right where it needed to be. So we'll see if they go for the 2. They will, and it goes straight into the end zone, and that's caught by number 25, MJ Dunn. And so 2 touchdowns, 2 two-point conversions, as you're going to see the replay right here. And it's good, and that one was easy. And it's 16-0, and we'll take a break. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
It's been all Santa Maria early. We're almost halfway through the first quarter. Jeff Porsche and Coach Swack with you. Our score is Santa Maria 16, Jefferson Rise Charter 0. As a very impressive short field drive or 2 by the Gators, both starting on the Jefferson Rise side of the field, and they take the early lead, and Easton Jarrow will kick off for the 3rd time for Santa Maria, and they're not going to take this one, as we are not one play away from the hydration break. And basically, what do you do right now, Coach, as if you're going to try to get some type of momentum here and stop the bleeding?
Well, I would probably never say this as a coach, but if you're sitting up here with headsets on and cameras and stuff, this is what I'm going to say. This is going to be a runaway, and Santa Maria needs to make sure that they work on little bitty things to get better. And when I see Chase Kelly, not just for the heck of it, just hand the ball off, and he reads that defense in, I know that's exactly what. If I'm on the other side, I just would not put my quarterback in position to where he could possibly get hurt, because you got district coming up next week.
Right, and Pierce with the carry, stopped by Thomas Leonard, and they're going to say it's at the line of scrimmage, bring up 2nd down and 10, as we're now inside of 6 minutes, and so we should be having the hydration break right here, and we are, so we're going to take the break right here, and we're going to keep it here, actually, as it's 16-0 halfway through the first quarter. And right now, let's take a look at the district schedule for this week. And you see 2 games already played. Walker had a big win over Bel Air. We talked about East Ascension with their huge win.
Yep.
And then the Carver-Dutchtown game has been canceled. Yeah, that was supposed to be our 2nd game of the week, but Dutchtown does not have an opponent because Carver canceled and they were unable to secure an opponent. It wasn't that they canceled, their whole season was forfeited. And then the other games, of course, St. Thomas More at Denham and Kennedy at Live Oak.
And again, I will say this, those top 2 teams right there might be, some serious contenders. You have Walker right now, I believe, is undefeated.
No, they lost 1. I don't recall who it was at the moment, but they did lose 1 game.
And Santa Maria's undefeated, and all they,
right.
They have all the things put together that if they continue to get better and better, they're going to be right in there also.
Right. You have potentially 5 pretty good teams here in district. When you talk about the 2 undefeateds, Santa Maria and Dutchtown, and then you have Walker, who looks improved, and then Denham, who shared the district title last year, and then you also have East Ascension, of course.
And next week.
Yep. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And a little swing pass back to the line of scrimmage, and then not much more. As you see Braxton Fravo from that left outside linebacker spot with another tackle.
And this is what they need to be doing. Get the ball away quick. Get the ball away quick. Short passing game, slants,
yes.
Quick fade.
That was Jalen Jackson, number 8, with the reception.
And here's the the Gators in two safeties deep, probably man underneath.
And there's a shotgun snap and rolls out under pressure already, and he just throws it to the cheerleaders. Incomplete, just too much pressure right there.
Yeah, but if that ball he's out of the tackle box, he can throw it, but he has to throw it past the down box.
Yeah, they're going to get grounding right here, right?
And I could see where the line judge is standing on the 10, the down box is on the 20, so that's going to be a penalty. Smart thing by the kid, but remember I told you, when the quarterback is right-handed, he doesn't like to scramble left. He can't square those shoulders up.
Exactly, and when you got pressure like that.
And so he just threw the ball out of bounds because he was halfway right on that deal.
They're gonna wave the flag. They're gonna disregard it. So they're not gonna throw the grounding penalty.
So you're saying they're not listening to me?
Well, what did you say? Did you say something, Coach?
Oh, Lord.
You know, I'm very proud of them because it took them a shorter amount of time to tune you out.
Oh, Lord.
All right, here comes the punt.
All right, now I will say this. Third time, what do you notice about this punt formation? In the same spot.
Yep. And it's nearly blocked and gets a good bounce, and they're going to get past the 40, so this will, again, be on the Jefferson Rise side of the field, but they are gradually moving Santa Maria back a little bit. So that's the best punt of the night. The punter is number 14, Tyreek Roque.
Well,
he's
good
getting
job
progressively
there.
better.
I tell you what the punter did, that was different from the first one. He got it off real quick.
Yep. Just too much pressure. As you see a flag on the field, so if it's against Rise, Santa Maria may decline this and just take the ball right there. I think they're pretty much ready or conceding that. But if it's a penalty against the Gators, they might get pushed back to their side of the field. Who knows?
Well, the referee, the white hat, he's checking out shoulder pads. Make sure that that jersey is covering the pads. They can't be exposed, the shoulder pads.
So they're going to assess a 5-yard penalty. So they're at the 39. And just heard from the public address announcer that we have a new quarterback, Cooper Babin. Hadn't seen him in a bit, Coach.
Well, first, second, or third play of the game of week 1.
Yep. Babin takes a shotgun snap, throws it down the seam, wide open, and Million won't be caught. It's a touchdown. Nice pass right there. Welcome back to the lineup, Cooper Babin.
And boy, he's looking straight at that free safety. Gets that free safety to move over. There he was right there in your picture. And Jamaica Million right down that hash mark. And Cooper doesn't lob it up in there. He throws a kind of a strike over the extended arms of the linemen and the linebackers. Right there on the mark for a touchdown.
So that swinging gate now looks like they're going to get a little time for their kicker. That's Gyro.
Just like I told you, Jeff, when you do that in a game, everybody has to practice it. All these fake extra points.
Yep.
You could do the same thing on a field goal.
And it's good. And so it's 23-0 as we take another break, 4:51 in the first. 23-0, Santa Maria over Jefferson Rise. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
This baby will get your heart racing as much as your slick new devices do. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev. Internet speed so fast, you're going to need seatbelts for your sofa. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
Santa Maria with the lead, 23-0. As you see the band all fired up with the big lead on homecoming night. So Jaro will get ready to kick off for the 4th time tonight. As
band getting involved, Jeff.
Yep. as they deferred and kicked off to start the game, and you have the 3 touchdowns. So yes, it is his 4th kick of the night after the Jermichael Million touchdown. And Million, he's a double threat, the point guard on the basketball team and the star receiver on the football team. As Santa Maria trying to get to 5-0. Let's look at the Santa Maria schedule while we have a moment. And you see, trying to go to 5-0. And they had a big win last week against Opelousas. And they started out with the win over Carver. Carver has since forfeited their season. Then they got the win over Booker T. Washington. And then a hard-fought win over John F. Kennedy.
And Opelousas right there. You know, this is going to be a victory tonight. You know, the thing you would hope, as I've said, when it's all said and done, that you get better, even though, you know, the score may be a little lopsided.
And there's a handoff and trying to cut and get some positive yardage and won't quite get there. And another flag on the field as a carry by number 8, Jalen Jackson.
Jalen Jackson trying the right side for the Blazers.
And so we'll wait for the officials.
You know, the big thing about the schedule that I see, next week we got a big game.
Yeah. Can we get the schedule back up, Andre? Is it possible? As we look at the schedule, and then you got the East Ascension game next week, and then look at it, 3 in a row, East Ascension, Denham Springs, and Dutchtown.
And look, but also you have Dutchtown and Walker.
Yep.
That ought to be a good one.
You finish with Live Oak, and if you base it on last season, they get a breather at the end of the season, but they're going to get 4 big tests in a row. And so the penalties decline, Swag, as it's going to be 2nd and 11. They call it a false start. And solo pass that's going to be thrown straight to the DB, to the 20, to the 10, and an easy touchdown by Braxton Swight, number 7. Let's look at the pass, thrown straight to him, didn't have to go very far.
Good job, a little move right here. Protect that ball, Braxton. Nice job. That is Braxton's first interception of the short season.
That is his first interception. So he's got the pick 6, first one of the season.
Nice job right there, son.
And it's 29-0, and we're not even 8 minutes into this game yet.
I don't know who our receiver was out in that area, but he did a good job of not blocking from the back.
Yeah, I saw one of the Jefferson Rise offensive linemen on the ground kind of campaigning for one, but no call by the official. And Jaro kicks the extra point. It's good, and it's 30-0, and we'll take another break. You are watching the REV game of the week.
This baby will get your heart racing as much as your slick new devices do. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev. Internet speed so fast, you're gonna need seatbelts for your sofa. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
It's 30-0. Jeff Porsche and Coach Swack with you on a very positive homecoming night so far for Santa Maria, the lead Jefferson Rise Charter, as we get ready for another kick from the most active player on the field tonight, number 83, Easton Jaro. And this one will be returned if he can pick it up. He does at the 5. And it's to the 15, and that is it. Number 11, Lamar Montrose, the wide receiver.
These are just things that I'm looking at. If you looked at the end zone copy here, Jeff, the Gators got past the front wall of blockers there, got around, got back in their line right there. And, I mean, it was just like a straight line of black jerseys headed towards the return guy. Outstanding job. I'm not sure who's in charge of kickoff team, but an outstanding job of those kids that time.
Now Jefferson Rise with the huddle on the sidelines as you see the band again. They've had a lot to play tonight. And we're also going to see the homecoming maids earlier. We saw them earlier. We're going to see them again at the end of the first quarter as Jolie Hartman is going to talk to them. And, of course, the cheerleaders have a lot to cheer about tonight as well. It's a really festive homecoming night for Sanoma. As you see a penalty being assessed. I believe that may be a delay of game. And Sanoma has them in a hole one more time as they're going to be at the 5, now to 6. So now this game has gotten out of hand early, very early. And so Rise right here, you can't commit another turnover. As you see the snap and the fake and the sack. And I believe that was 36. The man down there, as you're going to see a lot of
86,
other guys.
Cameron Hill, he was involved in that.
Yeah, I think that was 86. You're right. Cameron Hill
86 and John Joseph 85.
Yep.
95.
So now,
I'm just telling, when you rush in 3 and you can get to the quarterback, I mean, you could spend 8 guys in the coverage area right here. And that's what the Gators are doing now. They have 2 safeties deep. You got 1 linebacker, 2 linebackers in there.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Jefferson Rise. So they're going to call their second timeout. And why don't we take a look at the homecoming court, take a look at the senior maids if we have a chance to get them up on the screen right now, because they're going to be presented at halftime. As you see right there, Sarah Faulkner, Lexi Brignac, Asia Beverly Jackson, Gracie Fontenot, Mary Beth Zeller, and Janiyah Naka. That's your first group. Then you have Gracie Versajay, Alexis Jones, Carson Guidry, Nia Guillory, Sammy Sheets, and Gracie Reynolds. And then our third group, Jesselyn Allen, Jordan Lobel, Katie Williamson, Riley Lambert, Peyton Ross, and Paisley Brissett Roden. So you see the shot there of the homecoming king. You want to talk about that, Coach?
You think they're having fun right there?
Yep.
What about my boy Holden? Holden might be the only football player that can be picked up by the homecoming court and tossed around. But I'm going to tell you what, he'd have nothing but a smile on his face. What a great kid.
Yeah. He may get some action here tonight, right? I haven't seen him yet, but he's smiling from ear to ear.
You can't go out there with a crown, Jeff. You got to have the helmet on. You cannot go out there with a crown.
Yeah, you're right. They might be able to get him a helmet.
Once again, thank you to all our sponsors.
We're going to see the homecoming court one more time at the end of the first quarter. Second down and 13 for Jefferson Rise. And there's a little handoff, and it's tackled in the end zone. That may be a safety.
2 hands above the head together.
It is.
All right, let's just see what happens on the outside. Coming up, unblocked right there. Good job of getting off the block.
Ronald Guillory on the play.
That was Guillory.
Ronald Guillory, 27, did a great job. If we could see that again, of how he got off the block on the outside. And watch him out here. He's standing up right there on the end, off the block right there, slides off and makes the tackle. Outstanding effort right there. Hands on the blocker, and then got off of him to make the play.
And so it's 32-0 as we are now not quite 9 minutes into the first quarter. And so right now, Santa Ma is just having their way. And, what you got there, Coach?
Well, there's this thing called the mercy rule in basketball. I don't know if they have it in baseball and softball. I believe they do. And in football, now they have it, and that's 42 points. And I'm not going to say sadly to say, because I love for that game to be played in its fullest, because I would like to think that every coach would be playing a herd of people. I don't know if they got to play a freshman game and a JV game this week, but I'm going to tell you what, this is a tough sport to practice and not to get to play. So
are we talking about a running clock at that point, Coach?
Yes.
All right.
Now we're going to punt the ball now because it is a free kick.
Yes.
Where you can kick it off of a tee.
And it's returned to the 36 by number 42, Easton Humphrey, junior DB for the Gators. So he was one of the middle backs, not the deep receivers, but that's about as far as they can get it. And they're starting again. Nothing has been played on the left side of the field so far here tonight.
I'm going to tell you,
so we're going to get
Jefferson Rise have warmed up in that end zone, and almost every play has been out of that end zone.
And this is Cooper Babin again, as it is deflected and nearly caught on the rebound. Number 14, Rope.
Well, Cooper's got to get rid of that ball. You got to fake. You got to throw it down a little bit further. I know, he had some type of injury, and you can see that he's getting, it's like they're having maximum protection.
Right.
Now you don't have anybody over the third inside. Here he comes from, so that basically tells me they're playing man-to-man.
And another deep pass to the end zone, near the end zone. It's caught over the shoulder, inside the 5. That's Timothy Johnson, number 84 with the catch. Nice throw.
And so why do you throw over there? It's one-on-one right there. There's nobody else to help out. Outstanding chunk on the back shoulder right there.
He may have had a foot out of bounds when he made the catch, but they're gonna go with it here.
Yeah, this is what I say. If the referee didn't put a foot down right there, let's go play.
Exactly. First and goal from the 4.
See if you get running it.
Babin to the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver. Let's see.
And so you might ask, why are we throwing the football right here? Well, they're just trying to give Cooper some snaps.
Yeah. I believe that was number 84. Johnson again, the intended receiver, goes incomplete.
I think that was Jamaica, maybe.
No, that was 84.
84, okay.
Yes.
Going to the wristband.
But you're right. He hasn't played since week 1. He needs some snaps.
He hasn't played at all.
Right. I thought you had mentioned he may played a little in week 1, as you see a collision and no flag. Incomplete pass.
Taylor on the left side.
And you're throwing that corner route right there.
And so clock is running, so I believe we've moved to the running clock portion of our game already, Coach.
I was probably wrong on the 42 points. Maybe it was 32.
Could be. So now it's 3rd and goal. And you see Tyree Williams in the backfield. I don't think he's carried the ball yet. He won't right here again, but there's a fade to the end zone. Caught. And another touchdown. That's Gyro. He'll have to go back and get the extra point now. Look at the replay.
Watch this. Could have thrown it in the flat right there to Tyree. But your corner was open. Need to get that ball more to that pylon right there.
You see the clock running. After the extra point, the first quarter will be over. But we're going to keep it here after this extra point. And it looks like Jara will kick the extra point.
Hooper Cheatwell to snap, Lane Swanson to hold, and Houston Jara will attempt to
And here it comes, and it is good. And so the end of the first quarter, 39-0, Santa Monica in a rout. And we're going to go to the field now and turn it over to Joey Hartman.
Here at the Pit, exciting game for Santa Monica High School, and I'm surrounded by the Santa Monica High homecoming court. And with me is
Jesslyn Allen, Gracie Bursajay,
Aisha Beverly Jackson,
Paisley Brassett Whitten, Lexi Brignac, Sarah Faulkner, Gracie Fotno, Carson Guidry, Rania Guillory, Alexis Jones, Janaya Knackham, Briley Lambert, Jordan Lobel, Grace Reynolds, Caitlin Ross, Sammy Sheets, Katie Williamson, Mary Beth Zeller.
And tonight at halftime, one of these beautiful maids is going to be crowned the new homecoming queen. Back up to you guys.
Well, welcome back. And Jolie, you're doing a great job out there. And I'm jealous. I like to, Swack and I would like to interview some of these ladies out here.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Jolie better, she's going to earn her money because it's run and climb. She's going to be running all over the field.
Yeah, and she's a good person to have doing the interviews. So even though, we'd like to interview, and I always like interviewing the homecoming queen at the other games, but she looks like she may have been a former homecoming queen herself. As the kick is taken at the 12 and slips. Turk Monster got him at the 19. Number 4, Dontavius Pierce. And so we're going to get our first look over here at Jefferson Rise close up because we're on the left side of the press box here at the Pit.
I'll tell you, Jeff, it's tough getting a little bit older looking all the way down to the other end of that field.
I know. We line up usually on the left corner of the second floor of the Pit press box. I'm getting a little tired standing up. So now we have Sanderson and Jackson on the field. Jefferson Rise, a 2A school, so they're not very deep. So these names will remain the same all night. And there's the best offensive play of the night for Rise. They get 6 yards by Jackson.
And you're running the spread offense, and I know, but you could see you got only 5 people in the box, so they tell you should run. The scoreboard tells you ought to throw it every time. But I'm sure coach is wanting to try to get something done right here in a positive way.
2nd and 4, and it's knocked away. Good defense by Ja'Cory Sanders, number 8. Just had the receiver in his hip pocket right there.
Sanders, outstanding job right there. The route, a little 1 or 2 or 3 step slant. He's right there making the play.
So the Blazers with a 3rd and medium opportunity right here to get their first down of the night. Shotgun Sanderson under pressure, rolling out, and that ball is on the ground, and it's picked up. It went out of bounds?
I think he kicked it out of bounds. You got to maintain possession.
That was Braxton Trabo that cracked down the quarterback Sanderson, and yes, number 90, Rock, had an easy touchdown if he picks it up.
The Rockster, he was trying to get that big hop, and he just couldn't quite get it.
And his eyes must have been as big as headlights right there getting that ball.
You're a lineman?
Yep.
Just wait for that to happen.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but he just could not quite convert.
I'm glad to see the deep people now. They're going 3 across.
Yeah.
And going to try to catch that ball in the air.
And a low snap, and it's taken for a fair catch very wisely. That's his number 18, Reed Myers, junior wide receiver. And so still Santa Maria has not run a play on offense on their side of the field. And so the ball at the 42-yard line. And so told Blanchard is in at quarterback for Santa Maria as you see movement. I don't think there's a flag, and Blanchard keeps it. And he's cutting outside. He's got blockers ahead of him. Out of bounds at the 25. A little shoulder hit, but no flag.
Blanchard, a nice job of getting out of bounds, but watch the read right there. His defensive end still wants to take that dive. Well schooled up there, the Santa Maria quarterbacks.
First down, Gators.
So the chain crew has not moved yet.
Well, they had a flag on the play, and I'm not real certain.
Looks like they're assessing 5 extra yards. I'm missing the calls here, but it's going to be back to the red zone for the Gators. As 39-0, third quarterback in for the Gators. And it's a fake and a pass caught to the 16-yard line. And that's your sniffer back, as you love to call him, Carson Sheets.
Everybody, now watch the running back on the fake. He doesn't stop. He continues up in the hole right there, which means people are going to go after him right there. Opens it up for the pass and run after catch.
And I know that's your favorite position right there. You love talking about him, that tight end in that little sniffer back spot.
And, you know, that offensive line, boy, they're getting some great movement. Here's the first time we have 3 backs in the backfield.
And the handoff up the middle. Number 22 is close and in. Number 22, Miles Dennis. Senior running back. That's a moment he won't forget. Homecoming touchdown.
There's no doubt. And the good thing right there is what? Watching coming from the backside. Big 45 right there. Going to give a little push. That's Connor Darr.
So it's now 45-0 with 6.5 minutes left to go before halftime.
Just not real certain how do you stop it, because that was a base dive play with probably a lot of base blocking.
Yeah.
Could have been an ISO with the lead back in there.
Jace Fierro will attempt the point after for the Gators.
So a new kicker with an extra point. Jace Fierro, junior offensive lineman. Looks like a throwback kicker right there, Coach.
I tell you what, I like it when the big boys, they call them the big uglies sometimes.
Yep.
Get in there, and now you're going to ask me to kick the ball? And let's see if he kicks off. That's going to be important to watch.
Now we're at 6
and
minutes.
Look, he might be one of your valuable kids. You know, Gyro, you don't need anything to happen to him.
Yeah.
Because he's got so much value to the team in a lot of directions. The leading receiver on the team.
Yep. And I remember back in the day, it was before my day, but you had a lot of those offensive linemen, a lot of those big guys that used to kick. I remember like Luke Rosa and some of those guys. That's what it looked like right there. So it looks like we're going to take the hydration break right now. And so I want to remind you that the homecoming festivities are going to be at halftime, and so we're going to see the homecoming maids. We're going to see the homecoming court. The maids will be presented, and the homecoming queen will be crowned. And you'll see, of course, the homecoming queen from last year as well. And then Jolie Hartman will join us in the booth, and we'll have some photos of a lot of the activities and events that happen here at Santa Maria during homecoming week, and you can lend a lot of experience with that. Homecoming is a lot of fun at Santa Maria, and a lot of things that happen.
Well, you know, I'm going to just tell you, you know, it hits a lot of folks. You know, you have a number of senior girls that are really involved when they're the maids and one of them's going to be the queen. You have a parade, you have a dance. So it's a lot of exciting time for a high school, and here comes the kickoff. Gyro with the kickoff.
And it's taken at the 9. And it's going to go to the 20. And one other thing that's going to happen, of course, after the homecoming queen is announced and crowned, in the late third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, Jolie Hartman will have an interview with the queen. It's just something we always like having at REV. So that will be fun to have. First down at the 21 for Jefferson Rise. And there's a handoff for a big loss. And that's number 88 on the tackle, Gavin Hebert, junior defensive lineman. He just met him in the backfield.
You have a number of subs in here. In fact, I would venture to say everyone out there is a sub.
Well, actually, the other guy who came in on the tackle is a starter, number 38, Anthony Salzarulo. So he comes in on that play as well. So it's 2nd and 14. 4:36 left to go before halftime. And there's a pass incomplete. And contact on the quarterback right there by Gavin Carpenter, junior defensive lineman.
Carpenter got there right as the quarterback was throwing the ball.
Carpenter is a well-known defensive name here in the Santa Maria area, Coach.
No doubt about that.
Third down and 14 or 13. Four receivers. Shotgun, deep pass, and that's a pick. And that's going to go to the 20, to the 10, and a touchdown by Easton Humphrey. The second pick six of the night. And that's Humphrey's second interception and first touchdown of the season.
Humphrey says, I tell you what, I can play this all night long. Boy, look how excited he is. That might be the only tackle time he gets tackled tonight.
And now it's 52-0. Clock still running, 3:15 left to go. And here comes Fierro again for the extra point.
Come on, big man, you got to kick it through here.
For all big men everywhere. And it's good, and it's 53-0, and we'll take a break. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
This baby will get your heart racing as much as your slick new devices do. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev. Internet speed so fast, you're gonna need seatbelts for your sofa. Switch to REV. No contracts, no data caps, no nonsense. Just all fiber internet all the time. Build your plan at letsrev.com. Let's Rev.
It's 53-0 on homecoming night in the second quarter. Santa Maria over Jefferson Rise starter Jeff Porsche. David Zwacker and Jolie Hartman with you tonight. And a couple of things that we're keeping track of. Right now, Jefferson Rise is not on the first down on the night. Santa Maria on defense has 2 pick sixes. And Santa Maria has played every play on offense on the Jefferson Rise side of the field.
And the most important thing, I know it's completely one-sided, but a lot of times when you get situations like that, things get sloppy. You want to be involved. You want to make the big play and stuff like that. But I see the Gators doing fundamental things correct in the kicking game on offense and on defense.
About the thing that you hope for the most in a game like this, Coach, as we see the kickoff, and it's going to reach the end zone and not go out of bounds. I thought that might go out of bounds, but it does not. I guess the thing that you want to hope for.
And back down here on the field, I am standing next to last year's homecoming queen, Miss Claire Norris. Last year, man, doesn't it feel like yesterday?
I know, I miss it all the time. Senior year was the best year of my life, so I'm reminiscing for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, a year ago you was crowned, so what have you done in this year? And then now coming back here tonight to crown the new one, how does it feel?
So this fall I started at University of New Orleans and I'm studying film. I plan on studying abroad like I was planning on last year, and so I'm glad that those dreams are still being fulfilled. And being back is absolutely wonderful. I missed it so much, and I wasn't expecting all this sense of nostalgia to come back like it has, but I really missed it, and I love being here. It feels like home.
That's awesome. And if there's anything that you can tell the new homecoming queen, what would it be, Clara?
Take it, just bring it in and enjoy it. Like, definitely homecoming queen was a title that I'll cherish forever, and I'm in love with this title, and I'm in love with the school, and so for the next homecoming queen, just enjoy every single moment of it. Don't take it for granted.
Well, Claire, thank you so much for coming back here tonight to crown our new queen, which that is coming up at halftime in a few minutes. So we're going to go back to you guys.
And it's halftime, and Santa Maria takes a 53-0 lead into the locker room, and we will take a short break, and then we'll have the homecoming presentations, and we'll be joined by Jolie Hartman afterwards. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
REV Business started small in 1935. We built our reputation by providing hometown service with Louisiana hustle. For nearly 90 years, we've expanded across our great state, through the swamps and across the Mississippi, bringing fiber optics from the capital to the North Shore, all to connect your business with the world. REV is about big business technology with small business personal service.
For a limited time, get up to $300 off business services. Call or visit us today at letsrev.biz.
The best way to recruit for at-home tailgating is Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, briskets, steak, and boudin. All of the 5 stars are at Chris's Specialty Foods. Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program. Experience the best of both worlds as high schools seamlessly blend with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Earn your high school diploma and an associate's degree in biological science or humanities in less time. Get acclimated to college coursework and expectations, giving you a 2-year head start on your peers. In fact, 86% of early college option students earn both a high school diploma and associate's degree from River Parish's community college at the same time. And ECO students achieve an average ACT score of 24. You can enjoy a smaller learning environment that fosters collaborative learning, yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where your future begins today. Enroll for next year and seize the opportunity of a lifetime.
It's 53-0 at the half. Santa Maria with the lead over Jefferson Rise Charter. And Jeff Horsch and David Swack with you, and we'll be joined by Jolie Hartman in a moment, and she's done a great job tonight. Great job securing that interview at the last possible moment we were able to get her in, and you're doing an awesome job down there. She's now with us in the booth as we're getting ready for halftime and the presentation of the homecoming court and the announcement of Santa Maria's homecoming queen. And then after the presentation and the crowning, we will have Jolie with us, and she will go over some of the things that have happened at Santa Maria during homecoming week. She's got a lot of great photos and a lot of great information, and so we're in suspense right now. I can't wait to find out who it is, but they have a lot of lovely people here tonight, and the former homecoming queen is not giving us any information yet, so your guess is as good as mine. So Swack, what do you think so far?
Well, I know one thing, and Coach Oliver, if they still have the same tradition, is one of the best things I got to do, escort the queen around the gym or the pep rally, wherever it was. And that was some exciting times. I had to put on some nice pants and a tie, and the girl was shaking, and little did she know I was more scared than her.
I bet I agree with you there. Just doing interviews with the queen after they're announced is a tough one. I mean, I love doing those interviews, but I'm glad we have Jolie tonight to take care of that, because she's out here with us as well, and she's had that experience. Now, Coach, did you escort Jolie during that whole thing at all, or who was that?
Well, Jolie kicked me out.
Sorry.
She kicked me out before I got a chance to escort her. But my good buddy Oliver had got to.
Oh, that's a shame. So,
in fact, if it could have been me and Oliver, she might not be alive today.
Oh, I don't want to be a part of that combo. She made the right choice. So we're just waiting any moment now, the presentation, as you can see, on the far end of the field. Not much to say about the game here tonight. It's been all Santa Maria and running clock since the early first quarter. And now we have Jolie out here. And maybe I can ask you, what are these girls feeling right now?
A little bit of everything. I mean, it's suspense, but knowing them, they're such a great representation of Santa Maria High School. I mean, we have every walks of life that's represented tonight. I mean, honestly, when I interviewed them, kind of talked to them before, told them these are the moments that you're going to remember and things like that. And they were like, I'm just so excited to be here. I mean, you have 2 softball players, a soccer player, 3 band members, 2 cheerleaders, 3 Gatorettes. I mean, that's such a phenomenal thing for Santa Maria High to have great representation, a basketball player, so many band, and they're just also excited to represent Santa Maria High School, as someone, as you can see on the screen, as someone that has been crowned before. It's not even anything that it's, oh my gosh, I want it so much. There's people like that, but it's more of, your time at Santa Maria High, everybody's going to remember, your name or things that you've done. And something I teach freshmen, so I'm always like, guys, your campaign is freshman year to senior year. So, and we are getting started right here.
Your 2023 homecoming court. Our first maid this evening is Miss Jesselyn Allen. Jesselyn is being escorted this evening by her parents, Troy and Vicki Evanston. Jesselyn is a 4-year member of the Santa Maria Gator Band and has played bass drum for 3 years. Outside of school, Jesselyn enjoys hanging out with her friends and family, drawing, and doing her makeup. After graduation, Jesselyn plans to attend RPCC and major in general studies. She would like to thank the student body and Gator Band for giving her this awesome opportunity. Go Gators! Our next maid is Miss Gracie Bersajay. Gracie's being escorted by her parents, Richard and Ann Bersajay. She is an honors student and currently a member of Beta, FCA, Gator to Gator, and Rho Kappa. She is also a 4-year member of Santa Maria's back-to-back state champion softball team. Outside of school, Gracie enjoys shopping and hanging out with friends. After graduation, she plans to attend Southeastern and major in nursing. She would like to thank the student body for this amazing experience. Go Gators! Our next maid this evening is Miss Paisley Brissett Winnen. Paisley is being escorted tonight by her parents, Mikey and Callie Whitten. She's a 4-year honor AP and DE student who is also currently a member of Gator Rally, Interact, and was chosen to the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. She's a 4-year member of the Sandoval High Gatorettes and serves as captain in her senior year. She's a 3-year member of track and field where she's lettered each year. Outside of school, Paisley is a competition dancer with center stage and competes in pageants. She plans to compete in the Teen Miss Baton Rouge pageant in 2024. She also likes to shop, go to the beach, and hang out with her friends and family. After graduation, Paisley plans to attend LSU, where she hopes to continue her dance career and major in biological sciences. She would like to wish the Gator football team the best of luck tonight and for the remainder of their 2023 season. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Asia Beverly Jackson. Asia is being escorted this evening by her father, Murray Jackson, and her mother, Barbara Jackson. She's a 4-year honor and AP student. She's a 4-year member of the band, 3 years in sports medicine, and a 1-year Gator-to-Gator member. She's also a 4-year member of the bowling and track team. Outside of school, Asia enjoys shopping, eating, and cutting up with friends. After graduation, she plans to attend Nichols University to major in nursing. She'd like to thank the student body for this amazing experience. Go Gators! Our next maid this evening is Miss Lexi Brignac. Lexi is being escorted by her parents, Scott and Christina Brignac, her stepdad Andrew Green, and stepmom Jessica Brignac. Lexi is a 4-year volleyball player and current member of Yearbook, Education Rising, Gator Rally, and a leader of the pit crew. Lexi plans to attend Southeastern to major in elementary education. She would like to thank the student body for the opportunity of a lifetime. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid this evening is Miss Sarah Faulkner. Sarah is being escorted this evening by her parents, Steve and Becky Faulkner. She's a 4-year honors student and currently a member of GNN, Beta, Gator-to-Gator, Rho Kappa, and Lady Gator Talk. She was a 2-year Gator Rally member and was chosen to represent Sandoval at the State Literary Rally for extemporaneous speaking, Louisiana Girls State and Louisiana Youth Seminar. She's a 4-year member of the Lady Gator soccer team and track team. Outside of school, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends. After graduation, Sarah plans to attend LSU to major in chemical engineering. She would like to thank her classmates for giving her the opportunity to represent SCA and considers it an honor and privilege to be a part of this great experience. She would also like to thank her Lady Gator soccer teammates for their support and her teachers for making her experience at Sandoval one of a kind. Our next homecoming maid is Miss Gracie Fontenot. Gracie is being escorted by her parents, Biff and Natalie Fontenot. She is an honor student and currently a member of Yearbook, Allied Health, and the cheerleading team. Gracie was a 1-year member of the White Squad, and a 3-year member of the Black Squad. Outside of school, Gracie enjoys shopping, reading, and spending time with friends and family. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU to major in food industry. She would like to thank the student body for providing this amazing opportunity. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Carson Guidry. Carson is being escorted this evening by her parents, Quinn and Trisha Guidry. She's a 4-year honor student and currently a member of the cheerleading team, FCA, Sources of Strength, Nu Alpha Theta, and Rho Kappa. She's a 2-year member of the gymnastics team and a 1-year member of choir. Outside of school, she enjoys reading and spending time with friends and family. After graduation, she plans to attend a 4-year university to major in pre-med. She would like to thank the student body for giving her this amazing opportunity. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid this evening is Miss Ronita Guillory. Ronita is being escorted this evening by her mother, Aaliyah Williams, and her father, Ronald Guillory Jr. Ronita is a 4-year honor four-year Lady Gator basketball player and currently a member of Gator Rally and Sources of Strength. Outside of school, Rania enjoys spending time with family and friends. She plans to attend college next year to major in nursing. Rania would like to thank the student body for allowing her to have this opportunity and amazing experience. Go Gators! Our next maid this evening is Miss Alexis Jones. Alexis is being escorted by her parents, Caleb and Jessica Jones. She is an honor student and currently a member of Gatorettes, Gator to Gator, Interact, FCA, Beta, Track, Gator Rally, Thespian Society, Nu Alpha Theta, and Rho Kappa. She currently serves as Gatorette Captain, Beta Vice President, and an FCA leader. She was also on student council for 2 years. Outside of school, Alexis enjoys shopping, spending time with her friends, and eating diversion pizza. After graduation, she plans to attend LSU to major in biological engineering. She would like to thank the student body for giving her this amazing experience. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Janaya Knockham. Janaya is being escorted by her brother, Jordan Lomas, and her mother, Regina Thomas. Janaya is a 4-year honor student and a member of the National Honor Society. She's a 2-year member of the #1 color guard in the state. She's also a 4-year band member and 4-year Black History Club member. She's also in Beta for 2 years. Outside of school, she enjoys painting and hanging out with family and friends at Whataburger. After graduation, Janaya will continue her education at Southeastern, hoping to become a color guard member and major in medical science. She wants to thank the student body and teachers who allowed her this awesome opportunity. I would like to wish the Gators good luck in their game tonight and for the rest of their season. Our next homecoming maid is Miss Bryony Lambert. Bryony is being escorted by her parents, Jared and Dana Lambert. She's a 4-year honor student and currently a member of Yearbook, Gator Rally, and both the volleyball and cheerleading teams. She's a 4-year volleyball player where she's serving her 2nd year as captain, as well as a 4-year cheerleader where she's serving as her 3rd year as captain. Outside of school, Bryony enjoys shopping and hanging out with friends and family. She plans to attend Southeastern to major in political science. Bryony would like to thank the student body for giving her this amazing experience. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Jordan Lovell. Jordan is being escorted by her parents, Bryce and Sharon Lovell. She's a 4-year honor student and a 4-year member of band, tennis, and Beta Club. She's been a member of student council, serving as vice president for 4 years. She's also a member of FCA, Thespian Society, Gator to Gator, Gator Rally, and Sources of Strength. She's a 2-year member of the cheer team and part of G&M. Outside of school, she enjoys sleeping and hanging out with friends and family. After graduation, she isn't sure if she will be attending school, but wants to major in education. We'd like to thank the student body for presenting her with the opportunity to be a part of this great experience. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Grace Reynolds. Grace is being escorted by her dad, Scott Reynolds, and Uncle Mark Reynolds. She's a 4-year honor AP and DE student. She is an active member of choir, where she is the president, and Thespian Society, where she is the publicist. She also participates in FCA, Rho Kappa, Book Club, and is a 4-year member of the FCA tennis team, where she made All-Metro her sophomore year. She's a 1-year member of the volleyball team as well. Outside of school, Grace loves to hang out with friends and family and play piano. While she's not sure where her life may take her after graduation, she plans on going to college to become a director of choral activities. She'd like to thank the student body for giving her this lovely opportunity. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Caitlin Ross. Caitlin is being escorted this evening by her parents, Josh and Heather Ross. She's a 4-year honor student, currently a member of FCA, Allied Health, Rho Kappa, Sources of Strength, and Gator Rally. She's a 4-year member of SCA cheerleading and a 3-year member of student council, where she serves as the class president. Outside of school, she enjoys spending time with friends and family and traveling. She plans to attend Southeastern to major in nursing. She'd like to thank the student body for giving her this amazing opportunity. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Sammy Sheets. Sammy is being escorted by her parents, Brad and Jeremy Sheets. She's a 4-year honor student, 3-year members of the Gatorettes, where she serves as co-captain, a 3-year Gator-to-Gator mentor, and a 2-year member of the Interact Club. She's also been involved with Gator Rally, Student Council, and Gator Data. Outside of Sandoval, she enjoys her family and faith and spending time with friends and boyfriend Maddox. After graduation, she plans to attend Southeastern, where she will follow her lifelong dream of becoming a registered nurse. She'd like to thank the Gator Nation for the honor of representing this great school, community, and tradition. Go Gators! Our next homecoming maid is Miss Katie Williamson. Katie's being escorted this evening by her parents, Kim and Kevin Williamson. She is an honors AP and dual enrollment student and is a member of the STA Wind Symphony, Marching Band, and the Jazz Band. She's also a varsity pole vaulter on the track team. After graduation, Katie plans to attend LSU to major in music education. She would like to thank her fellow students as well as the band for helping her transition to a new school from Virginia and being accepted into the Sandoval community. Go Gators and go band! Our final homecoming maid this evening is Miss Mary Beth Zeller. Mary Beth is being escorted by her parents, Brad and Melissa Zeller. She's a 4-year member of the Sandoval High Lady Gators softball team. She's won 2 state championships and was named All-District and All-Metro for 3 years in a row. She was also named All-State her sophomore year and is looking forward to another successful season. Mary Beth is a member of the Pit Crew, 2-year member of Interact, and 1-year member of Gator Rally. Outside of school, Mary Beth enjoys spending time with her friends and family, being on the lake, and traveling. She plans to attend Southeastern to major in general studies. She'd like to thank the student body of Sandoval High School for giving her the opportunity of a lifetime. Go Gators! Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 homecoming court. Please welcome to the center of the field, Principal Christina Carter, who will help to crown your 2023 homecoming queen. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 homecoming queen is Miss Jordan Lowell.
Emotions that is going in Jordan Lobell's mind and heart right now. I can testify to it. It is something that is humbling just to know that your student body voted for you, and that's her with Jordan Lobell's parents, and then actually to the right of her is Claire Norris, our last year's homecoming queen that got to crown her, and then our principal, Miss Christina Carter, this is her first homecoming queen to crown, so I know even for Christina this is very exciting.
Exactly. So you know a little bit about Jordan. Tell us about her.
I mean, Jordan is one of those all-around girls. from Santa Maria that when you see her in the hallway, she's always smiling. She's uplifting everyone. Simple, hey, hello, how's your day going? That's what you're going to find with Jordan down the hall. She is someone that everyone wants to be around. She's so positive. She's so upbeat. She's someone that, is a absolute great representation of Santa Maria High and being crowned homecoming queen. All of these beautiful homecoming court members were, all so deserving. But, to say that Jordan Lobel is our homecoming queen is, I know she would say it's truly an honor just because she is such a humble person, and she does everything just to have fun. Right. And that's something that I've always, loved about Jordan. She is not about herself and is very much about the people around her.
I see she's genuinely happy and having the time of her life, and so we're going to look forward to an interview with her in the second half. You're going to get her in a little while, but we're going to go through homecoming week at Santa Maria, and so I'm going to give you the honors right here.
Yeah, so Santa Maria High, we kind of went back in time and we talked about the sweet moments, just of everything about homecoming, and especially as a teacher, thinking about the moments. That was, my thing that I kept thinking about all week. And on Monday, it was our squad day. And so we have some teachers, they were actually the chipmunks, but they kind of went on the side to make it spell STA. We thought that was really cute. And just some, beautiful students at Santa Maria High. Here's some more of our teachers, students, and, just the love that these students had this whole week dressing up as squad, even though you can tell who are close and squad, friends. But, this week truly showed that on Monday, just how much fun that they all have together as a squad. And as you can see, it's a whole candy theme. So people wear Skittles, we got the Care Bear people right here. This is our guidance counselors and our grad coach right here. I love it because our faculty gets into it too. And then on Tuesday was Celebrity Day, so we saw it. We saw Barbie. We got Justin Bieber. Okay, we had some famous people. We even had Forrest Gump come to Santa Maria High on Tuesday. So, just such a fun atmosphere. Yeah. We had our government and politics teacher, was First Lady Judge. And then I love it. In the middle is our principal, Christina Carter, and assistant principal, Amy Navarre. That is Kim Mulkey and Angel Reese right here, what I mean? So, and then on Wednesday was opposite day. That second picture is actually Mr. and Mrs. Green. They decided to switch. Yeah. So, you have Miss Green as Mr. Green, and then Mr. Green just was like, I wasn't really getting dressed, so this is how I came today.
That's wise.
Yeah, and so opposite day, we had half the students be old people or young people. We had some people dress up as Spartans for opposite day. Wow. So that was kind of funny. Then on Thursday, we called this Royalty Day, just because it was yesterday we crowned our homecoming king, and we wanted it to be something sweet that kind of went with the theme. So it was royalty. So we had a lot of queens of and kings of everything. Some people wore their favorite candy, costumes. And, it's just so fun to see all of these kids, kind of act like royalty for a day. Yeah. I had a student in my class was like, that is sir to you. And I just kind of looked at him and he was like, I'm sorry, Coach Joe. I didn't mean to say that, So homecoming week 2023 was such a great experience, for some of these kids that dressed up. And, hopefully that inspired, people seeing these pictures. When you get into high school, dress up, have fun. This is the time that you can definitely be a kid. And especially I also want to mention just the fact that homecoming is not just about the kids that are in high school right now. It's about coming home. Alumni, come back to your high schools. Okay, come watch the tradition that you started, homecoming week and things like that. It was kind of cool. Our GNN this week kind of highlighted some of the faculty members that were Santa Maria High graduates, and, just the fact that we came back because we wanted to still be a part of it. And, I've seen a few of my classmates tonight in the stands, and it's just really cool that, homecoming kind of gets taken advantage of by kids, but it's truly about alumni coming back and truly doing exactly what, what needs to be happening. You know, that's the traditions, and that's these kids seeing, wow, you know, like we have a really big crowd here tonight, and it's packed with alumni.
And it's fun, and everybody's having fun tonight, although the game's kind of out of hand. And so, Jolie, thank you. I know you got to go back down on the field. You're going to get an interview with the Queen, Miss LaBelle. So
I
go
do.
take care of that.
Yeah, and I hope everybody sees that it went to 8 minutes now. So we're going to be getting those interviews in for y'all, but now I have to turn on the turbojets and get back down there. So thank y'all so much for letting me come up here.
Well, thank you. As the second half has begun, and for the first time tonight, Santa Maria is going to start with the ball on their side of the field as the short kickoff.
Well, we have a short kickoff, and we're going to have a short clock.
Yep, that was Caven Taylor that got the ball for the Gators, and so we're playing 8-minute quarters in the second half. I believe that Jefferson Rise was speaking to the officials before the court was announced, and I think that's what they asked for as a handoff for a first down. That's Connor Darr up the middle, and the game's just kind of coincidental right now. Everybody's just kind of, I guess, already the homecoming queen has been announced. And I think a lot of people are already looking forward to next week, Coach.
Well, you know, this is, I'm not going to say this is going to be crucial because I know Coach Oliver really wants to end this on a positive note.
Yeah.
Offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game. And you could see right off the bat, basically running the football and having some success. A lot of times when you get in this situation, you know, your second, third, and fourth teamers are guys that are not going to have success in there, and you end up having to turn into a punting team and stuff like that. So it looks like everything's going well for the Gators here on offense. Start the first drive.
Yeah, that's Connor Darr again that got the carry. And, of course, the three words that are most important here in a game like this: no major injuries.
Well, and I think the people that are involved in that, the first and second team guys and your special team people, I think you're in pretty good shape. And then on the positive note also, as we watch getting close to a first down there, Cooper Babin, you know, back from 4 to 5 weeks of injury and was involved in probably 10 plays with a couple of series right there. So that's a positive note going into district that, you know, you should have everybody that should be there or is going to be there with the first district game next week. And, of course, that's going to be against East Ascension.
So you see you have Babin and Robert in the backfield. I think that's Robert at quarterback. No, that's Darr, excuse me. And the pass by Robert is complete to Myers for a first down.
And Jeff, a lot of people will say, why are you throwing the ball? Well, let me just tell you, that was a 5-yard pass. And if you score off of a 5-yard pass, you know, shame on the defense, because I know they haven't put in a second or third team. They basically have their, you know, the same starters.
Right. They have about 25 to 30 players, it looks like, dressed out, so they can't really go deep into their bench.
So my thought is I have no problem with that. And this right here is what, you know, keeps that clock moving right there. You see some people one coming in, big 71 coming in on the offensive line. That's Austin McNabb. 77 coming out, Austin Baxter.
Yeah, it's good for these guys to get some experience, not on the JV or freshman level, but on the varsity level. And so we have a whistle. And so what we're going to do right here, let's talk about the games next week, our upcoming REV schedule. as, of course, the big game that everybody is talking about, and I think preparations have already kind of begun for that, is the game of the week. Santa Maria at East Ascension. Of course, we will be out there as always. And the Ascension Swim Meet, that's going to be fun to watch as well during the week. And then you got Denham Springs at Santa Maria in 2 weeks, and Edie White and Donaldsonville as well. And then you have those games on Rev Sports 1 and Rev Sports 2 on YouTube, and then replayed on Rev Channel 4.
Yeah, there's no doubt that is going, and everybody says, well, why can't it be the last game of the year like it always is? Well, it hasn't always been that, but most of the time it is. And basically, Livingston Parish said this wouldn't be an equal deal because, if you got Walker versus Live Oak or Denham Springs or whatever, and they wanted to just pick, and so that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
Just picked. And to see who's going to play who, and, the big thing, right, to me is down the line, you're going to probably be adding Prairieville High School maybe next year.
Yeah.
And I'm just assuming that's going to be, let's just say it's 5A, it's going to be in.
Right.
Now it's not a 6-team district, 3 in Livingston Parish, and now 4 in Ascension Parish. It's gonna. Now you're gonna have an open date.
Yeah.
And I'm not certain how hard it is to find teams with open dates in baseball or softball or whatever. But I can just tell you, as quarterback
Robert.
Jackson Robert.
That was Javon Marco with the big tackle, the nicest defensive play of the night so far for Rise.
So it's hard to find a replace in the open date in the last half of the season, and so hopefully. Basically what happens, you have to look at another district, hopefully a 5A district, and to see what you can find out around the state.
So now 4th and 7, and they will go for it. And Robert on the keeper will not get there, and a defensive stop by Jefferson Rise. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blazers on offense. So they get their first offensive series of the second half. As you see the replay and just some good defensive play, good one-on-one tackle right there. And you're talking about the rivalries and some of the new school and what that's going to cause as far as scheduling goes. But with Prairieville coming in next year, it's going to be good in one way for Ascension Parish because Santa Maria and EA are natural rivals, and they've been playing forever, and that is the rivalry in Ascension Parish. Dutchtown doesn't really have that big rival, that single rival, and Prairieville will probably be that team, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, because basically the kids, or maybe most of the kids that were going to Dutchtown from middle school was Prairieville. That and Dutchtown High School was their largest feeder school. Now, possibly some kids from Galvez because that's right there by Prairieville High School. So, I don't think that's all been determined. But when you start putting in the numbers together, and somewhere around 11 to 1,200 usually fits a 5A enrollment, and that's going to be pretty close to that. I remember Dutchtown opened up with over 900 kids.
Second down pass caught, and that's the first down of the night. It's a flag on the far side of the field, caught by number 8. Jalen Jackson. And so you see the nice pitch and catch right there, and a good job of correcting on the underthrown pass right there, Coach.
And I'm not assuming anything. There's a flag down on the Santa Maria sideline, and maybe that's a get back coach warning.
Perhaps.
Yep, there you go. Get back, coach. Come on now.
So that's what it looks like. And so the clock has stopped momentarily with 22 seconds left to go.
Well, and with that penalty, you have a warning. And then on the next one, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So we are approaching the end of the third quarter very quickly. And we are planning to get an interview, Jolie Hartman, with the homecoming queen. Of course, the issue right now is that we're running so quickly here in the third quarter that we're not going to get her at the end of the third quarter, I believe. But she's looking for Jordan Lobel, and we're going to get her as soon as we get an opportunity. If that opportunity arises before this game is over, we are going to get the queen. We'll get her out.
And I know somebody's going to ask, do we have one of those split screens where we could have the interview on one side and the game on the other?
Well, the third quarter's over. If we might have to go and just keep the interview going until the game is over. And so I see Jolie's got her. We're just going to hold on for a second, and they'll throw it to her whenever they're ready.
And we're joined right now with this year's homecoming queen, Miss Jordan Lobel. Jordan, what was going through your mind when you heard your name?
It was crazy. I was not expecting it. Like, I was not ready, but I was just really excited and really thankful for everyone that voted. And yeah, I just love the Gators.
Yeah, so this week you got interviewed by GNN, and you said that you love to smile. Why is that, Joe?
Because why do you not smile? Smiling is the best way to have fun. You know, you just slap a smile on your face and you're just having the time of your life. So, yeah.
And I love that. And do you have any plans for after high school yet? Like what you're majoring in or where you're going to go?
I know that I'm majoring in education, but I'm not sure where I want to go yet.
Okay. Is there any particular thing in education, like maybe quest for success? You can come like Coach Joe retire or something else?
I don't know. I always said like babies, like primary school, but now that I'm in high school, like I think it'd be so fun to be like part of a club or a team, like running that. Yeah, I think that would be really fun. So I'm not sure anymore.
Well, Jordan Lobel, I am so excited that you are our homecoming queen this year. You represent Seminole High so well because you smile all the time down in the halls and you always lift people up. So congratulations. And that is Jordan Lobel, this year's homecoming queen for Seminole High School. Back up to you guys.
Go Gators.
And we're still here. As you miss a couple of plays, you see a sack on the previous play. Well, you might have missed that, but Gavin Carpenter got in on the action with the sack of the quarterback, Sanderson. So great job, Jolie, because you were in the booth like literally 8 minutes ago. Because we got with the running clock and she was here for the kickoff. Jolie's the MVP of this broadcast here tonight. She did a great job and did a great job talking about all that stuff at halftime and all that. So kudos to you. And you get the first-hand knowledge of the experience from a former Santa Maria homecoming queen. The punt. And they're just going to let it roll.
Insurance Agency, located in Gonzales.
So we may end this game before 9 o'clock, Coach. I know you got an early bedtime, right?
The only difference between me and you is I do not have an early wake-up time.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving for Natchitoches to go see my daughter in school tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow you will.
So I'm going to be up at 5:30 tomorrow. So I'm very grateful for this running clock and the 8-minute quarter situation. Because you run out of things to talk about. Although we can maybe after this play talk about the games scheduled for next week. We'll get that as well. We still have a couple of things that we need to talk about as a handoff up the middle for about 2 or 3 yards. Right now, let's take a look at the schedule for next week. We talked about the game of the week next week, but there are other games in district, obviously, as district play begins. But you're going to have the Santa Maria East Ascension game, and then you got Dutchtown, who's going to go to Walker, who is really good. And Dutchtown off of 2 bye weeks. And then on Thursday night, you got Live Oak at Denham.
Yeah, and, boy, it's going to be interesting to see just exactly what happens in district.
And it's going to be fun because 2 really good teams are going to start off 0-1. Because when you look at don't be fooled by the records, Coach, because – you got a 5-0 team taking on a 1-4 team next week in EA and Santa Maria, but that is a dead even game.
And here you have yesterday the middle school games, except I think Santa Monica Middle, they beat Bluff on 26-12 on Wednesday. Galvez over Lori, 24-8. Central, 20-0 over Dutchtown. Lake leading the league, undefeated, 16-6. And Prairieville had the bye because of 9 teams in the league. Somebody has a bye each and every week, and sometimes there's a game involved in that. Sometimes it's just an open date.
And so we're trying to get through all the graphics here tonight, as I believe they're going to do a hydration break or a timeout with the 4 minutes remaining, and we'll just keep it here, and we can talk about the top 10. As we have a director that is just Andre is just brilliant, because we're frantically trying to call him, and he's already got the crazy thing up, because we got to get through all our graphics.
Well, he thinks about like you. He's in good shape. He starts thinking like me. We got trouble.
Well, that goes without saying. But look at John Curtis and Edna Carr. That Catholic school district is going to be a killer in 5A.
You got Carr beat St. Aug. That just each and every week is going to be tremendous.
Desperhan and Zachary, they played EA.
Well, West Monroe's still hanging in there, 4-0.
Yep.
Airline's another one out of Shreveport area. Well, they're in Bossier, but with a 4-0. And East St. John, right down the road, 4-0. So a lot of really good teams, and this is going to change a little bit once the district schedule starts, because some of these teams will be playing each other.
We got through just about everything, Coach. As the game, just like I said, kind of incidental at this point, as the clock just running out. No scoring in the second half. It's 53-0 at halftime, and basically both teams just trying to get to the finish line as healthy as possible right now. As we have a 1st and 10 for the Gators at the 34. So after this play, we do have one more graphic. We'll put up the Jefferson Rise schedule, as a nice hard run up the middle, and that is Ivan Sanders, sophomore running back, in a nice catch.
Watch him keep his feet moving right here. Keep great balance right there. Outstanding job by Ivan Sanders.
And so with a 1st and 10 coming up, so Jefferson Rise, they're 2-2.
And look, this is what they're going to be playing. Ben Franklin. I just want you people at home to say, okay, where is that? Thomas Jefferson, Houma Christensen. Most people would say it's in Houma. You'd be correct. Fisher, and then the South Plaquemines. So, their schedule will be completely bizarre for a lot of football fans, and not knowing exactly where are, these schools at. But it's pretty obvious they played Sophie and Northeast and Aberson and Varnado, and their 500 record.
Right. Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson and Fisher are all in that Metro New Orleans and Jefferson area. South Plaquemines, that used to be Boothville, Venice, Port Sulphur, all that area. So that's, down the river, going past Belle Chase.
So we want to wish them the best of luck the rest of the year.
So we did it, Coach. We got through everything tonight, including the interview with the homecoming queen.
And that would be Jordan Lobel.
Yep. As you see the carry right up the middle. And not much, and we may get 1 or 2 more plays before the clock runs out right here. So one more final reminder, next week our game will be EA Santa Monica, but don't forget about that swim meet, because that swim meet is going to be taking place in the middle of the week next week, and that's a fun thing to be around, as all the parish teams are going to be represented, and it's good to give the swimmers a little bit of publicity out there, Coach.
And we have maybe, hopefully, a leg cramp, yes.
I think that's what it is.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Martinez Insurance Agency. They're located in Gonzales.
I think he's all right. Number 9, Javon Marco. He's gonna take it to the sidelines. You see him on the far side out there. And so the clock is stopped at 48, and the play clock has not run at 40 seconds, so they're going to have to run one more play before this game is over. So it's been a very positive and successful homecoming night for Santamon, as they're going to go to 5-0 as they take on East Ascension in a game where the records don't matter. Throw the records out the window. Now we're going to keep it here afterwards, as we have the band out there led by Joey Nasser, as they're going to go out there and we're going to show you the alma mater and wrap everything up. So stick around. They do have to run this play, and it's a run up the middle, and that will do it. And so our final score, Coach, will be 53-0. That was our halftime score, and they just kind of ran through the motions in the second half. And
great job by the coaches on both teams and the officials. Outstanding job.
Yeah, they got this thing moving quickly after a very lopsided first half. And our big thanks to Jefferson Rise, because they were put in a tough situation where they had to come in and play a 5A school, and Santamon had to get an opponent because their opponent, Helen Cox, is no longer a school, as they had the 2-year deal with them, and then the school was consolidated with some other schools. And so Jefferson Rise came in and they played a far larger opponent. 2A versus 5A is usually not going to be a close game unless you get a team like Kentwood or somebody like that.
I enjoyed, Santamon. They should have dominated, and they did dominate this game. There's no doubt about that. But I'm going to tell you, I just believe they got better. I mean, they executed. Nobody laid back. They really did a great job. I mean, when you look at the first half, scoring 53 points, and then on top of that.
Well, Coach O, great homecoming win for this program and this community. How did it feel?
It felt great. It was our last non-district game, and we closed it out at 5-0. But big week for us. It's EA week. Orange Friday's coming up with a pep rally at the pit on Thursday. So come out and join us to get ready for EA.
Coach O, very proud of y'all for bringing home a win tonight. Your first year as head coach, man. I'm not going to talk about it much, but it was my senior year. But thank you for giving these kids a win on homecoming.
The queen that year totally jinxed us.
Well, I still love you, Coach O, and congratulations. And that's all that we have down on the field at the pit. You're going upstairs to hear Santamon High alma mater. Thanks, guys.
Coach, that's going to wrap up our broadcast here. Homecoming night at Santamon. Final score 53-0. And Coach, one final congratulations to the football team on the big win, and to our homecoming queen, Jordan Lobel and our homecoming king, Holden Daigle.
Barry, it seems like it was a successful week talking to with Jolie with all the activities. Boy, the kids, as you know, you're at Dutchtown. The participation is so important that the teachers participate, and it's so important that the kids participate. And what it's all about is having a good time and getting a few lessons in at the same time. So congratulations there to the Gators tonight. And they know, no such thing as looking ahead. I promise you this, they were looking a little bit ahead. They executed well tonight, but next week is going to be the big game for both teams at East Ascension Stadium.
And don't take East Ascension for granted just because they're 1-4. I will say without a doubt they are the best 1-4 team in the state. Maybe the history of the state of Louisiana, because it's going to be a fight next week, and it's going to be great to be out there with you next week.
It will be a lot of fun.
So next week, SWAC and I will be at Spartan Stadium for the rivalry, Santa Maria at East Ascension. And, of course, don't forget about the swim meet during the week as well. And so I'm going to wrap things up for Coach SWAC and Jolie Hartman, who did such an amazing job in a short amount of time getting all the interviews in. And I'd like to thank our producer, Lyle Boudreau, for a tight broadcast, and, of course, our director, Andre, for reading my mind and being the best director in the business. So our final score tonight, 53-0, Santa Maria versus Jefferson Rise Charter. And for everybody, I'm Jeff Porsche. Thanks for watching. Join us next week. You have been watching the REV Game of the Week.